Try YouTube, mommy, so who me one. I'm pressing on the upward way. New heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying as I'm on road bound. Lord, cleanse my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's stable land. A higher plane than I found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. My heart has known Jesus to stay where doubts arise and fear dismay. Though some may dwell where fears abound, my prayer, my faith is how I live. Welcome, Ricky. Welcome, Perpetual. And stand by faith on heaven stable land. A higher place that I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Welcome, Ikia Nyamiche, and welcome, Kinsky. Welcome, Rosemary. Thank you. Many happy returns. So Satan's dogs at me, for faith has called a joyful sound. The song of faith on high. Welcome, Kekatupa. My faith on heaven's table, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's stable land. Welcome, Meshach. Hallelujah. Rosemary, the share button should be there. Oh, I don't know what to do. It should be there. Hallelujah. Wow. Lord, plant our feet on higher ground, a higher plane that we have found. Lord, lift us up. Welcome everybody to Raina Speaks. It's another Thursday at 8 p.m. and we are glad you could join us. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedules to join us. We're on YouTube live today, so you can watch here on Facebook or you can watch on YouTube. You can watch on Palm TV as well. Welcome to all our Palm TV viewers. God bless you for joining. And thank you, Pastor Augustine, for having us. Thank you for joining us today. Lord, like the song said, Lord, lift me up on higher ground, a higher plane than I have found. And that's our theme this year. We want to be better versions of ourselves. And so we want God to put us on a higher ground. And that's what we've been talking about that's what we started last week. And we resumed last week for the year. And that's what we've been talking about. Getting on a higher plane, Lord lifting us up, becoming better versions of ourselves. And we said that that's what we are going to be concentrating on this year, making sure we become better versions of ourselves. So, see, we're on YouTube Live, better version of Raina Speaks. We're going to try and get on Instagram as well. And now, as we become better, we know that you also ride along with us and become better. So today, I'm sure you're wondering where I am. I'm at the plush Diana Reina Beauty Lounge. My lights went off as usual, and I needed to get a place to do it. So we are at the plush Diana Reina Beauty Lounge in Obuasi, and we are having our program there. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget to invite people, to tag, to share, to like, and to comment. You can always put your questions in the comment section. And remember that we are going on a higher ground, a higher plane than we have found, and we are going to become better versions of ourselves. Now, last week, we talked about a whole lot of things. And one of the questions we asked was, what do you think about when you think about being the best version of yourself? What makes you think that this is the best version of me? And we asked whether it was money, whether it was speaking eloquently, whether it was achieving your goals. What is it that makes you think that this is a better version of myself? And then we went on to say the things that we were going to be doing this year, or we are encouraging us to do this year so that we can become better versions of ourselves. Welcome, Cindy. Welcome, Lucy. Welcome, Barbara. Yes, I thank you so much. Keep hitting the like and love buttons. It encourages us a lot. Don't forget to tag somebody. Last week, the first thing we said that we should do to become one of the best versions of ourselves is that we must seek God. I'm not going to explain them. I'm just going to go over them quickly, the points, and then we get right into what we are supposed to do here today. So the first thing was to seek God. The second was just show up. The third was start from the beginning. The fourth was recognize that the best version of yourself should be your vision and not somebody else's vision. Number 5 was stop looking for a secret trick. Number 6 was network, make friends, mingle. You're going to need it when you become the best version of yourself. Number 7 was learn to be concerned about details. Learn to be concerned about details. Oh, Reverend John Hammond, welcome. Welcome, Rosemont. And then the 8th and the last point we tackled last week was read. Set reading goals and read. I hope that as we listened, we have been able to put all these things in place, or at least have tried to put some of them in place, because those are going to help us to become the best versions of ourselves. Let's go on to today's points. We are still talking about the points that will help us to become the best versions of ourselves. And so it's no one rule. You can combine a whole lot of the points and become the best version of yourself. Whichever one suits you, just use that. Number 9 says, recognize the opportunity at hand. Recognize the opportunity at hand. You see, the internet has fundamentally changed everything. Previously, knowledge was locked away in the minds of industry experts and in the pages of books that you needed to buy or check out from a library. But now it's easier than ever to learn new skills. This is essential to becoming the best version of yourselves. At first, you would have to leave your house, go to a library, go to a bookshop to go and buy, or go to school, formal school, sitting in a classroom, or go and sit under the tutelage of people who are well versed in whatever knowledge you're looking for. But you always needed to be there physically to be able to participate, and you always needed to have some form of money or something to exchange for the knowledge that you needed. Now the internet is amiss with, if that's the word, is amiss with a lot of information. You just need to type into Google, type into any search engine that you have, and anything is available to you. So that is an opportunity we must recognize and grab, that I can get information anywhere, anyhow on the internet now. So I don't need to be in a formal classroom. I don't need to pay excessive money for it. I don't need to, all kinds of things. Even what we are doing right now, Raina Speaks. Some of the things we talk about here, you will need to pay a lot of money to get it, But now you can just sit in front of, you can be scrolling through TikTok and get so much knowledge. You can be scrolling through Google and get so much knowledge, Facebook. So now there is no excuse for not becoming a better version of yourself. There is no excuse whatsoever. If you do not become a better version of yourself, it is because you failed to recognize the opportunities you have and to use them for your benefit. So there is no excuse for not becoming the best version of yourself. And that was point number 9. Number 10, accept help from other people. Accept help from other people. This is something we cannot stress or overstress. Accept help from other people. We allow pride to get in the way sometimes. And we need to know that most successful people needed help along the way, and you are going to need it too. You do not know everything. I do not know everything. You do not know everything. Nobody knows everything. So when you need the help, accept it. Sometimes somebody is offering you help and you are making it look like you don't need the help. You've not asked the person to help you. That is why you are not becoming the best version of yourself, because what that person may be offering may be the exact thing you need to climb to your next step. Most people see help as money. Most people see help as giving me a place to stay, giving me food to eat. So when there's a challenge, when a help comes in the form of, I put a challenge before you to accomplish it, we seem to shy away from that. Sometimes help comes in the rarest of forms. Sometimes help is, I will not buy this for you. Make your own money and buy it for yourself. That could be help. Sometimes help is, I'm not going to let you sleep for as long as you're sleeping. You sleep 5 hours a day and I'm cutting it to 3. That is help. Sometimes help is just advice. Sometimes help is just taking you to show up at some program. Sometimes help is just letting you meet somebody. So whatever form of help it is you are being offered, make sure that you are not throwing away that help. Excuse me. I need to get back online with the Palm TV once. It just went off, so sorry if my hand is all in the way of the camera, so. Okay, so as I was saying, when you are offered help, take the help. When you're offered help, take the help. Don't be proud and say, I don't need help. There's this thing going around these days that people say, if they help you, they'll make it look like they have helped you. But who helped you? They are not making it look like they helped you. They actually helped you. Why do you have a problem with somebody telling you that they helped you? Why do you have a problem with somebody telling somebody that they helped you? What is the problem? Why do you? It's pride. Because nobody gets through without being helped. So allow the help. Allow the help so that you can become the best version of yourself. When you don't allow the help, you are playing a funny game. You look like you know what you're doing, but you don't. You look like you know what you're doing, but you don't. And so you're going to come up against a place where you cannot move forward again. And because people have learned that you don't like help, they'll just leave you alone to find out on your own. And sometimes something that you could easily have learned from somebody and taken 3 years to do, now you are having to use 5, 10, because you are refusing help out of pride. Nobody got to the top without help. And so just accept help and you'll become the best version of yourself. Welcome to everybody who's joined. Don't forget, we are also streaming live on YouTube, so you can watch from there as well. All right. Now, number 11 says, launch your personal website or page. Maintaining an online presence of yourself pushes you to become the possible best version of you. Now, one thing you must know is that online can be a good thing. Being online can be a good thing because once you have an online page, you are putting up pieces of yourself there. And you are forced to, I'm a makeup artist, but I did not like makeup. I could not for the life of me understand why I have to sit in front of the mirror just to make up to do Raina Speaks. But here we are. I mean, most of the time I made up. Most of the time I had something on my face, at least, to look good. So having an online presence, it could be detrimental depending on what you are using it for. But if you are using it to become the best version of yourself, one of the things that you can do that helps you is having an online presence. It gives you the chance to monitor yourself. And then while you are monitoring yourself, whether we like it or not, the people who are liking our pages, who are commenting on our pages, are helping us to also monitor ourselves by what they say, by how many likes we get, by how many followers we get. No, don't get addicted to that. That's not it. But it just helps you to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, when you're doing it, and whether it's working for you and making you better or not, Number 12 says, celebrate the small wins. Appreciating what you're doing in the present gives you the motivation to keep making strides towards your ultimate goal. Celebrate whatever small wins you have. You told yourself that you were going to read a book in a month, and you were able to read one book in a month, and you were able to start another book. I think that you deserve a Coke and a pizza. Celebrate yourself. I mean, these are some of the things that you can put even on your social media to motivate yourself, So you put it on social media that I was able to reach my goal of reading a book, and I'm even starting another one. Why not? You did it, you celebrate. I always say that when I was in the training college, at that time, we were getting allowances. And what I used to do is anytime I got my very first allowance when I was in training college, that was used to buy gifts for my father. I spent all the money on him, buying things for him, for taking care of me up to that level. That was what I did with the first one. But after that, my sisters and brothers, what I did was anytime I got my allowance, I took myself to a restaurant. I remember there was a restaurant in Kumasi, Edum, in Ghana called Big Bite. I would go there, sit myself down, get me some fried rice and chicken, and I love Coke. Get me a Coke. And reward myself for learning. Reward myself for teaching the children. Reward myself for even surviving training college. So reward yourself. I don't know why people find it hard to buy themselves good clothes, good shoes, good bags. You should. You work for the money. Why not? I mean, with sense, not just spending anyhow, but you must reward yourself. It motivates you. You see, all that time you are saying, my boss should motivate me, my boss should. There's a time when you get to be your own boss and motivate yourself. You know what I mean? When somebody else is the one supposed to be spending the money on you, you know what they should be doing to motivate you and things. But when it's you, now motivate yourself. So what you need to do is motivate yourself, reward yourself. Okay, so I told myself that this month I would save 100 Ghana cedis. I've been able to save 100 Ghana cedis this month. So I'm going to buy myself a pair of socks. Not from the 100 cedis, people, from another place, but I'm going to buy myself a pair of socks. I'm going to take myself to the cinema. I'm going to do anything. Reward yourself. You are a mother. You said this month, I'm going to make sure that I get my children to school on time every day of the month, and you are able to do it. My sister, enter restaurants, buy yourself something, or enter ice cream shop, buy yourself something. Buy yourself something to be able to accept yourself that, this month we were not late to school. Reward yourself for the little wins, and you will realize that because you are rewarding yourself, it's not only other people who can motivate you, you can motivate yourself. I remember the very first time I bought Brazilian weed. When I used to hear the sound of the money mentioned for somebody's hair, I used to be like, Let me try and grow my own hair. I do not need to buy somebody's hair to make my hair look nice. I was growing my own hair. But there was a time that I had worked very hard that year. All my businesses, by the grace, were doing well. And I had spent sleepless nights, countless calls, training people, all kinds of things. And I said, why? Why? When you're supposed to, have you noticed how easy it is for you to just buy something for somebody else? Very easy. You can buy some. When it comes to buying something for yourself, you're doing calculation. You're wondering, so this one, what do I do? How do I do it? No, it's too expensive. But if you were buying for somebody else, it will be easy for you to do. So learn to buy for yourself. Reward yourself. Set goals, and then reward yourself when you've got those goals done. And it will help you become a better version of yourself. You look forward to buying yourself something. You look forward to rewarding yourself. Sometimes it's not even buying yourself something. You tell yourself, when I get this done, I'm just going to sit on the beach, turn off my phone and talk to the waves. That's a way of rewarding yourself. So reward yourself for the little, celebrate the small wins. Number 13. Please listen to this one very well. Listen to this one very well. Soft twirl. Yes, Barbara, soft twirl. Yes, Cynthia, buy yourself something. It's not something, it's something. Buy yourself something. It works. Enjoy your labor. Yes, Nanaba, enjoy your labor. Great. Number 13 is stop pretending to know things you don't know. Stop pretending to know things you don't know. You will never learn anything if you pretend you already know everything. Sorry, I have to go to Palm TV again. It keeps going off. Oh my God. Yep. So like I said, stop pretending to know things you don't know. There are some of us who are so proud that we cannot accept and listen to things that this one, I don't know how to do it. Pride worries us. So you think you know everything. So even before we've said it, you are talking that you know. Before we finish landing, you are explaining to us, okay, since you know everything, we are just going to leave you to do it. So, all right. So this is what you have to do. Stop pretending you know everything. You do not know everything. You are never going to know everything. No. God is the all-knowing, all-seeing God. You are the half-knowing, sometimes the quarter-knowing, sometimes the one-third knowing, sometimes the not knowing. So you don't know everything. Stop pretending you know everything. I have met young ladies, young men, old women who feel they know everything and do not want to be taught anything, and keep making blunders along the way. Blunders. Even children these days seem to know more than us. You give a child a phone and they flip through the phone as if they've been using the phone with you. So stop pretending you know everything. Yes, Nana Zema, if you pretend, you will one day fumble. We are trying to teach you something. Instead of listening, instead of paying attention, your body language, everything shows that you feel you know. We will leave you. It is unwise to make mistakes for things that you could have learned. The Bible says that even when a fool keeps silent, it is thought that they know a lot of things. Sometimes you just have, no matter how many times you've heard the thing, sometimes you just need to keep quiet and listen. There could be something else that you have not heard in it. So don't pretend to know everything. Everything you know. You know everything. We shouldn't be, when it comes to you guys, we shouldn't go there because you know everything. And that doesn't help you to become a better version of yourself. Number 14, embrace failure. Now I'm going to explain this very well, but let's listen to the expansion of the point and listen. You can't become the best version of yourself by playing it safe. Getting fired could even be the best thing that happened to you. Sometimes getting fired from a particular job is actually a good thing for you. Sometimes the job was toxic. Sometimes you were toxic for the job. There's always two sides to a story. Now, when we say embrace failure, we are not saying that, me too, I'm capable of failing. So if I fail, then is it not people that will fail? That's not what we mean by embrace failure. We do not mean hug failure and become married to failure. That's not what we're trying to say. We are trying to say that you are a human being and you will fail. Now, embracing it means that I accept that I'm capable of failing. And so I will not keep myself back because I'm afraid of failing. That's one side. The other side is that even when I fail, I accept that I've failed and I work better at becoming something better than what I had before I failed. Did that make sense? So you can embrace failure by saying that I am human. I know that I will fail. And so I will not hold myself back because I'm afraid to fail. That's one. The second one is that even when I fail, I tell myself that, yes, I have failed, but there is room for improvement and I can become better if I put more work into what I'm doing. Some of us just want to sit back and say, I failed. It's a human being that will fail. I mean, what can I do about it? I've tried my best. It's not working. That is not the way we mean when we say embrace failure. So stop using failure and your mistakes and your refusal to challenge yourself as an excuse to be a failure. I am going there now. I am going there. We said we are becoming the best versions of ourselves. So we are not coming to sugarcoat things. We need you to become the best version of yourself, if you know what I mean. So embrace failure and use it to climb, use it to become a better version, learn from those mistakes and go higher. All right, number 15. I mean, I'm sure number 15 will look funny. Call your family. Call your family. We may have crazy families and we may have people we don't want to interact with or speak with in our family, but family is family. This is just a decent thing to do, but you can also learn lessons from your family that aren't available through any Google search and aren't accessible to pretty much anyone else in the world. There are things family teach us that you cannot learn on Google. There are things family teach us that friends cannot teach us. For example, family teaches us that no matter who you are, we love you just like you are. That's why when we are having funerals, when we are having weddings, we want the drunkard there. We want the crazy aunt there. We want the smoking father there. We want everybody there because blood is thicker than water. Family teaches us about bonds that we cannot form anywhere. Don't leave your family and go and be friends with somebody and say that this person is more of my family to me than my family, my sister, my brother. Those things are cliches. They don't work. Family is family. Yes, like I said, we have crazy families. That is true. And we have friends that become family. I agree. We have people that become family. I agree. But add them to the family you have. Don't separate them. You know, don't make it look like your family is now evil because you think you've got another family. Don't get married and forget your family. All the people you are calling your family, then immediately you get married, you've forgotten your family. Then you also want the person you got married to forget their family. It's witchcraft. Stop, okay? It's not good. It's wizardry or witchcraft. Yes. Yes, or Hinewa, it says that family teaches us unconditional acceptance. And that is true. Family also tells it as it is. They are not afraid of you. If what you are wearing looks funny, they'll be like, hey, what is this thing that you are wearing today? Family is blunt. You know, friends may not be able to do that. Yes, some friends at a certain point, but family, they don't care. They just tell you as it is, how it is, when it is, and you are gone. 16 says exercise in the morning. I'm going to cover my face in shame because I tried it, stopped it, but I'm going to start again. Exercise in the morning. I found something recently that says that you do not need to exercise for 30, 40 minutes a day to try and lose weight. You just need 4 to 6 minutes. 4 to 6 minutes of rigorous exercise. And then throughout the day, make sure that you are exerting energy as well, not just sitting in one place, but moving around. And it may be a very gradual losing, but you're really going to lose weight. So it's becoming easy, girls and guys, 4 to 6 minutes vigorous, and then make sure throughout the day you are eating smaller portions, and also make sure you're doing something, moving around, and then you lose the weight. So it says that if you do that in the morning, you are more focused, and more relaxed. I've tried it and it's true. And you're even more active. You're more active. All right, now number 17. Oh, Pam TV's gone off again. Let me try it again. It's the network. I don't know what's happening with the network today. So it says that number 17 says that create a side project or business. Create a side project or business. Now, I know that most of us will say, oh, I'm not business minded or anything. Sometimes it's not even just a side business or project. It's just somebody you've decided to mentor. Somebody you've decided to mentor. That's all. If you may not be able to do a project, you may not be able to do a business, but you can mentor somebody. You can decide that I'm going to make sure this person becomes somebody in future. That alone keeps you focused and makes you a better version of yourself, because you know that there's somebody looking up to you. There's somebody depending on you to become a better version of themselves. So it's going to motivate you to become a better version of yourself, you know. So do something productive. And as you do it, you become a better version of yourself. The last point we have today, and remember I said that this year, our lives are not going to be extremely long. They're going to be between 30 to 45 minutes so that we can listen and grasp everything from it. The last point for today is help other people become the best versions of themselves. So just like I said, if it's not a business you're going to do, if it's a business, why not? You should watch Fegfluence on YouTube as well, because it's helping us to also build our businesses and become better. But if it's not a business and it's a person, help somebody to become a better version of themselves. As you watch that person transform and metamorphose into something beautiful, you wonder, wow, was I the one who helped this person to become like this? And that motivates you to also become a better version of yourself, because you realize that means that there's something good in me that I can also give to somebody. Let me tell you, selfishness never makes us the best version of ourselves. There are people who have never mentored anybody, people who don't look after anybody, people who don't care about anybody but themselves. They don't get anywhere in life. They stay in one place all the time. People who, let me just do my work, let me just do this, they are not interested in other people. They can't do anything for anybody. They don't go very far. They don't go very far. So try and help somebody. Make it a point. Decide that I'm picking one person this year and I'm going to help that person become the best version of themselves. And as I do that and see them metamorphose or blossom into something beautiful and something great, you realize that it helps you to also build yourself, because you realize that there's something good in you that can be poured into somebody else. And so that makes you encouraged to become better for that person, if not even for yourself, for that person. All right. So that's what we've had for today. Let me go over all the points, all the 18 points we've had of becoming a better version of yourself. First point is that you should seek God. The second is that you should just show up. The third is start from the beginning. The fourth is recognize that the best version of yourself should be your vision and not somebody else's burden. Number 5 is stop looking for secret trick and best versions of ourselves. Number 6 is network, mingle, make friends. Number 7 is learn to be concerned about details. Learn to be concerned about details. Number 8 is read, set reading goals. Number 9 is recognize the opportunity at hand, which is what we started with today. Number 10 is accept help from other people. 11 is launch a personal website or page, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. You can Telegram. I mean, there are so many places you can be now. Number 12 is celebrate the small wins. Number 13 is stop pretending to know things that you do not know. 14 is embrace failure. 15 is call your family. 16 is exercise in the morning. 17 is create a side project or business. And 18 is help other people become the best version of themselves. So thank you for joining and thank you for being with us. You know, I'm always grateful when you take time off your busy schedule to join us on Raina Speaks. and that you invite people and you share. Please, let's keep inviting people to the group. Remember, our goal is, let's become the best version of ourselves when it speaks people. Our goal is to have 20,000 people on our group page. So let's keep inviting people to join us. Thank you, Palm TV watchers, for always being with us. Thank you, Pastor Augustine, for giving us the opportunity to speak on Palm TV UK. And today, for the very first time, we were on live on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to that one, to share and to comment. Thank you so much. And don't forget, it's the same time, same place, next week. God bless you and have a great, great weekend. Pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying.